100 million, to watch your life back on TV with all of your family.
Every part of my
Every part of your life.
Like there is nothing that isn't going to
everything that has been done in the dark will come to light.
Yeah.
What's going on, good people? We are back. It's the Chophouse.
It's good to be back.
Evans. It's not another 6-month break. Where
Imagine.
the week after.
Literally the week after. Yeah.
And then also, if you're watching this and you're saying I'm watching this on a Friday and not a Sunday, we've changed the day that this is going out. So it's going out on a Friday now. So you can get your chop a little bit earlier.
Now you have to make sure it goes out on a Friday.
That's why I did it.
Okay, here we go.
That's why I did
Here we
it.
go. Then let's make
accountability.
Indeed.
Accountability.
That's right.
But what's been going on with you, bruv?
Bro, I've just been preparing, number one, for the opportunity to have a break. I haven't had a break yet. So I'm trying to finish this last piece of work, which I've taken on. I wasn't meant to take it on.
The aim, what it is?
I'll talk about it another time. But the main thing was that I was looking to break from November all the way through to January.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro. So I was just gonna go studio, play around with some ideas, and like have like a regular 10 to 6 schedule, and just go home. That was the plan. Yeah. And then someone said, nah.
Someone threw some shikah at you, and you said,
it wasn't even the shikah, to be fair. It was more the opportunity. I believe in their project. They're trying to do. That's right. It's a film. I'll say that much. So yeah, I'm just trying to get that done because I'm trying to take a trip away. So there will be a.
Where are we going?
I'm not gonna say. I don't. It's funny. I don't really like to talk about my personal life like that. But there'll be some time that might be missing for the pod more than anything else. But yeah, bruv, I've just been trying to get.
Shall we do it remotely when you're gone?
If you want to try it, bruv, I'm totally up for it. I just gotta know that I've got good internet where I'm going. If I can listen, I can put some stuff in the
maybe we'll try one. We'll try and see this remote thing.
Yeah, if it can work.
I mean, we couldn't do Manchester, but
Manchester was down the road as well. Where I'm going, brother, is far. Okay, but I'll tell you afterwards.
All right,
I'll tell you
cool.
Yeah.
But we're back again. What's mad about this episode is I had a completely different episode mapped out. So obviously, when on the last episode I said we're gonna do Reddit stories, bring back the Reddit stories, this, that, and the other, and then this week started to happen. Ooh. And my spirit got taken in a certain place, and I said, "No, okay, we have to do this." Okay. So I'm gonna jump straight in. I'm talking about I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Nella Rose, Fred Sirius, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Nigel Farage, and just the way
Nigel Farage is on it.
Nigel Farage, bro. Now I'm glad you brought that up because that's something else that I wanted to talk about in the lead into this. Yeah. So a year ago, we were talking about Charlene White, the newsreader.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And Matt Hancock.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And they were both in the jungle.
Yeah.
And we were beginning to see how the British public, for some reason, was turning against Charlene. Charlene, who was holding Matt Hancock accountable for his actions, but for some reason, the British public were like, "Who are you, bruv? Like, you're doing too much. You're doing too much." And here we are again a year later.
Oh wow! It feels like night and day, right?
Right. Okay.
Oh wow! I don't watch Celebrity, by the way.
Well, so I don't watch it, but I take in what's happening. Okay. Right. So, you know me, always on my phone, Instagram scrolling. I woke up one morning and I'm just seeing Nella and Fred. So I go in, I watch the video, and I'm like, So I'm gonna play the clip for you, and then I'm really interested on your immediate initial thoughts.
Sounds like this is gonna be a serious pod today, boy.
I'm worried also to cut my fingers with this bloody knife. Gotta be very careful.
I don't know how you lot doing this without glasses.
Well, I can't see anything.
Do you wear contact lenses?
No.
Oh shit. But didn't you have that surgery thing?
Yeah, I did, but it's not like
the best.
I had it because I'm old.
Oh shit.
And my eyesight wasn't so good and I had to have glasses. Old, right? I'm 51.
Yeah, but that's not old though.
Yeah, but I'm not 26 anymore, am I? I could be your dad.
Pardon?
I could be your dad.
No, my dad was way older than you.
Yeah, but I could still be your dad.
No, I don't think so. I didn't say anything about it last night because I was kind of just annoyed about it. So I slept on it and I kind of thought about it and I was just like, this is not the kind of person I want to be around.
Nels, I reckon you should eat this. I haven't seen you eat anything.
I'm good, babe. Thank you, though.
No, seriously, Nella, you should eat, don't you think? Nella? Nella? Nella?
Right, so why does he keep calling me?
Nella? Nella? Darling?
Can
Nella?
you leave me alone?
You don't want to eat?
Leave me alone.
Okay.
Mate, you've missed out on that rice. That was absolutely banging.
Oh, yeah, yummy. Risotto, ooh.
Nella, you don't want your rice?
No.
You really?
I don't want to talk to you.
What have I done to you?
You made a comment yesterday.
What did I say?
You know what comment you said.
No, what did I say?
So you know that my mum's dead? And you know that my dad's dead. You know that, right?
Yes.
I've come to find out that every time I want to get creative around the fire or I want to have something my way, my own food that I'm entitled to, my way, you tend to get an attitude, right?
Okay.
So yesterday, when I wanted to burn fat that you was going to throw away anyways, it's not even something that we needed to survive in camp. You turned around to me with an attitude and said, you know I could be your dad, right? You know I could be your dad, right? To me, I don't care how you said it. To me, that's disrespectful, and I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be around you. I only allow people to disrespect me once. You hurt my feelings. I was very upset till this very morning, and you keep trying to speak to me when I don't want to speak to you. I would rather stay away from you. I don't want to eat your food. I don't want to talk to you. We can just live. You live on that side. I live on this side. And it's cool. Don't bring up my dead parent. Are you stupid about, oh, you know I could be your dad, right? You know my dad's dead. You're a weirdo.
I am
You're
so
a weirdo.
sorry you took it.
Okay,
I'm
cool,
so sorry.
thank you.
Can I just say? First of all, I am sorry I've offended you.
Okay.
I am unaware that you felt offended. I am unaware that what I said, would lead to this conversation. I only said that in a way because I am older than you. I'm 51 and you're 26.
I'm not stupid.
Nella, it wasn't
You're not
like
gonna
that.
little girl me. You're not.
Nella, it wasn't like that at all.
Okay, it wasn't like that.
I promise you it wasn't like
Okay.
that. On my children's life, it wasn't like that.
Thank you.
If, however, I made a mistake and I said something that offended you, I'm really
Okay,
sorry.
cool.
I'm really sorry you feel
Thank
like
you.
this.
I accept your apology.
I really feel sorry.
But in order for
but-
us to live in this camp together, I don't want to eat no food that you're cooking. Don't talk to me. You stay over there. I stay over here. And we can live. I'm good. Yeah? You stay over there. Because the thing is, look at your face. You're smiling. You don't even give a...
I don't like that you want me to respond to this. Because first and foremost, I'm commenting on something in my head that's obviously very, very pertinent in terms of today. It's like timely in terms of what's happening. And it feels like everyone must be divided on this, because I'm guessing if we're making the comparison from the last season or whatever it was.
Do you know what? Don't forget what I said about the last season.
Okay.
Just
But
take-
if there is that comparison, that means there's people that was on her side and the people that was on his side.
not necessarily.
Okay. So what do you how much?
What's your takeaway from that?
So the hard thing about any situation like that is you can't choose how someone chooses to hear the words you've said. They can have whatever decision as to how they feel about what you said and how it's made them feel. And they should have that right. What I like, so coming on her side, what I like more than anything else is that she articulated herself with that. She did what I felt was probably a little bit more immature in part, but on the other side though, she was actually, she had formulated the argument in her head of why she wasn't talking to him.
Yeah.
She just should have articulated that before that moment for it to be in that format. That's my opinion, and that's where I stand. However, she did articulate herself very, very well, and her feelings were what her feelings were, and she wasn't rude. But then on the flip side, what he said to me felt like he was just saying, just having a general chat, and just said, I could be or to be your dad. And it was like, yeah, okay, cool. But there has to be context prior to that moment, which she gave some, which was, I, usually when we do these particular things, it's like you're belittling me. So more than, I know I'm abbreviating a lot of what she said. She said many more. She articulated herself very, very well, in my opinion. That's what really kind of stuck out for me, was that that's something that's her own ism. Whether it's come from something else in her life, but the notion of always being either spoken down to or being treated as the small girl. You can even imagine, she's an African woman, right?
Yeah.
And the way, sorry?
Yeah.
So the way our culture is sometimes as Africans, sometimes you always remain the small girl, the small boy. When it's like, wait, hold on, I'm grown, I've got a family now, I've got children, how are we still? Oh, that moment where I always talk about Okaija's, what do you call it? Outdooring.
Yeah.
That whole situation, that maybe we could talk about that if needed. But there is that whole concept about being, I guess, marginalized because of your age. So I felt that came out in that moment. And then it's a high pressure situation. You're in the jungle, you're away from your things, your friends, your family. That thing's going to go into your head and you're just going to be sitting there and thinking about it. And she said that's what happened. So I know it was a long-winded kind of take, but more than anything else, I think she handled it the right way. She spoke about what she felt, and that's it. And unfortunately, it was a misunderstanding from my point of view. And the guy, is he a chef, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy just has to suck it up because unfortunately, he said something that rubbed someone else up the wrong way. That's where my head is at.
So I feel like she didn't handle it correctly.
Okay.
However, when I first watched it, the thing that immediately spoke to me when so obviously he said that, and for me it was very clear that he's talking, we're literally talking about numbers. The age that I am and the age that you are, technically I could have birthed you. He's not saying in any way that I can be your dad, you know.
Sorry to cut you, but culturally you can imagine how that might sound. Do you know what I mean? If a grown man said to you, I could have had you.
Do you know why I struggled with that? Because for me, it was very clear cut that that's not what he was saying. For me, it was very clear cut that that's not what he was saying.
Because they were talking about the eyesight
Yeah.
thing, isn't it?
So prior to that, they're having a conversation about his eyesight and this, that, and the other. And then he says, well, I'm not as young as you. So we're talking about age. We're talking about numbers. Yeah. It's not about how you should be talking to me, what you should be doing for me.
Culturally, though, isn't it? You know why she responded that way after the fact.
No, see, I disagree.
Okay.
So for me, when she responded the way that she did, I watched it and said, that is nothing but unprocessed grief.
Wow.
Because
that's a leap, though.
You think so? Honestly, in my heart of hearts, I don't even think it's a leap. And I've struggled how other people don't see it. So this is interesting. Yeah. Because my thing is like, clearly you were triggered by this man and his words. Yeah. You were triggered by that. And so instead of, I'm going to tell you a story in a second as well. Instead of like just kind of processing that, or like, I didn't like that because it made me think of my dad.
Yes.
And he's not my dad and what have you. But instead of you being and as you said, it's a high pressurized situation. You're in the jungle, you haven't eaten this, that, and the other. So all of these things, and then that's how you know what I mean? Now, maybe one of the reasons why I feel like I was immediately able to empathize with her, going back to not long after my dad died, I was working in the city. I used to work for a software company. You're sitting in the office and like when you're at the desk, you got the phone, it's on the hunt group. So if you're away from your desk, I can answer your phone, what have you. So one of my colleagues was away from his desk. His phone rang. I've answered the phone. And this man on the other end is like, I'm looking for so-and-so. It's his dad. I'm just meeting him for lunch. Mike, I will tell you, in that moment, I just wanted to cry. Because the first thing, and in that moment, I made it all about me.
Yes.
Yeah? Because the first thing that came into my head is, I will never have this.
Wow. Yeah. And that's true.
I will never, ever experience this. And so I took the message, put the phone down, shot off the email to my colleague to say, this is what it was. I got up, I went to the toilet and I sat in the toilet and tears came down my face because I was hurting. Yeah. But I was able to understand that. I was able to process that. So it's not
in that time.
In that moment.
But but that was no disrespect to it. It was a benign moment because it was quite far removed from.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But what I was gonna say is, at the same time, when my colleague comes back, I'm not talking to him in a way or like this guy that he's not rude for making me answer the phone. I get it. I understand it. This is all in me. This is all my isms, and that's what she didn't understand. Yeah. And so now, when she's reacting the next day, talking about it's like it's from a warped place. It's from a warped place.
There has to be something before.
Because That's what people are saying. That is another side to it. Is that they've not shown us everything.
There was something that when I was putting this video together, I kept jumping back, trying to watch the edit, because one thing that I was trying to understand was, so the next morning when she's talking to him, and she says, it's like she randomly talks about burning the fat.
Yeah. So
and when you hear it, it's actually out of context to the rest of the conversation.
But that's what I'm saying. I tried to highlight that there's something that happened before that this has become accumulative.
Yeah.
And whether or not she was, actually I'm leaping if I say this, so I'm not going to say it. The fat thing really rang out. Something else happened. There's a series of events which have come to that moment. To me,
I can see that argument. I don't know if I'm like 100% sold on it.
Okay.
I know that just the nature of these things, we're always getting an edit.
Yes.
And that
there is
edit
always a director.
that edit will always favor whoever is the hero or the heroine of the story at that particular time. I understand that. But coming off that, so now that's happened. And so now we're looking at the world responding to this woman. And again, the thing that I'm failing to understand, go on.
I was going to say, before you go there, which is the next, I want to talk about that moment where she felt he was smiling and not taking it seriously.
And again, I think she read that completely wrong.
Yeah, I believe that's that nervous thing. Everyone's got their nervous thing.
Nana does it the most.
Yeah.
You know, where he was just like, I think he was very taken aback.
Because this is going to be so, like, what?
It was like, where did it come from?
Where did it come from?
So it was more of a nervous thing. And you could see her, and it happens in arguments.
Yeah.
We just have to accept sometimes people get more and more upset. Yeah. But she kind of started putting an edge on what he said and how he said it. Yeah. Like he was like, I could be your dad, And it's like, no,
it was never like that. It was never with that.
He said it like, man, I'm 51. And then she goes, oh, that's not that old. He goes, nah, man, I'm old. Like, I'm old enough. I could be old enough to be your dad. And he said it in the sense to reiterate the fact of how old he was. Yeah, his age. So that moment was a bit sad because it seemed like they had some kind of friendship before, or they were cool.
And he's a very cool guy.
And that moment just, changed a lot for them. And I don't know, it would be nice. I don't know if it ever happened, but it would be nice if they reconcile.
I really hope they do.
That's exactly what I was saying.
But then I guess you want to go into the other.
I feel like I feel like when she comes out. So if they don't reconcile before this finishes, I feel like when she comes out, they will reconcile. I feel like even he may even be the person that offers the olive branch to be like, are you all right, sort of thing. Because I think once she watches that back, she'll be like,
you think?
Yeah. Okay. I really hope so.
I really hope so. Because it was literally, for me, I class that as a misunderstanding fully.
Now, this is the other thing. So like talking about how now people respond to that. What was also miffing me was the general pop being like, she's narcissistic. It was malicious.
Whoa.
The things that they've been saying about, she's a nasty woman. GB News were like, no, this is actually referring to another argument she had with somebody else, but like saying, it was actually quite a violent headline because it was something like, oh, her brain should explode or something. And it's, you're like, you lot need to chill out. And so that's why at the beginning of this, I started talking about Charlene and Matt Hancock, because it's just like, the other thing of this is sitting back and watching how people talk about certain people. Yeah. And then the moment you start going on this thread, then Sally and Karen are sitting there going, it's going to bring out the race card now, sort of thing. But it's like, no, I'm talking about race because I'm sitting on my phone watching people go, they're going to bring out the race card. Oh, those people. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like, if it was somebody else, you wouldn't say it. But because it's her, that's where you go to straight away.
You know what? This might be the wrong way to articulate this point, because I have no experience in therapy. I have no experience in the ideas. I mean, I studied psychology at A-level, but that was more the I would say the theoretical side. I never went into the practical side of it all, and really we focus more on the drugs aspect. Dealing with care, I guess, the care of these situations and what they kind of look like. It's easier to what's the word? Test that, I would say, rather than this nuance that I'm coming to talk about. People forget about this race thing like it's not someone who's been through mass trauma for many, many years. Yeah. And no matter what, there will be a part of the world which functions in a particular way that's always going to trigger that individual. If that person's been through all of this trauma, what do you expect? They're going to have moments of highs and lows. And we would give that empathy to that individual. When we're talking about a whole race of people who were subjugated in a particular way by a particular nation. That's a fact. Yeah. So when I think about that whole race card conversation, it's challenging to say, oh, let's just put it to the side because nothing ever. No, it has a stake in these conversations, because I felt kind of, and I know I went a little bit on a tangent there, but I felt like that's the other part of the narrative, is that she's already walking into a space where that argument has happened prior, which could be for a black woman in those same circumstances. She feels like, what's the lady's name that was there before?
Charlene.
I'm not going to get Charlene Whited.
Yeah.
Well, do you get me? You instantly walk into knowing that there was vitriol spoken, there was racist bigotry happening, and you now as a black woman are walking into that same set of circumstances as a person from outside it. Why would you not feel that this thing could actually come up?
And you know what? She's granted, because when she went in, the moment she went in, the narrative about her from Middle England was, number one, who is she? Who is this YouTuber No Mark? People would go onto her YouTube page and see that she hasn't uploaded in 2 years and be like, they didn't even uploaded in 2 years. But you have no idea on what this person's actually done. But you, just because of that little 2-2 research, you're like, she's a no mark, she's a nobody, she's a wannabe, this, that, and the other. So immediately you discredit her. So straight away, when it comes to like, they vote and they got to be, the public will vote for people to do challenges, for the celebrities to do challenges. She was up straight away. And guess who she was up with? Nigel Farage. Now, if, I'm not going to lie, if that was me, I'm taking that shit personal.
In what sense?
Nigel Farage ostensibly damaged this country.
I said ostensibly. That went for the big words.
Nigel Farage damaged this country, and he did it all for the thing of personal gain. Yeah,
I feel challenged with that.
Go on.
Not that you're wrong, but people also people also said, yeah, they were with my man. So it's not just him.
People that said though, this is the thing. So he's the Pied Piper playing the flute, right?
Is he the Pied Piper, or people share his views? Come on, Russ.
Okay, you know what?
I think we've that's a valid topic.
Yes, it's a valid topic, right? So he tapped into a feeling in the country.
There we go.
Right.
There we go.
And he's like, I will exploit these people.
Yes, he did that.
I will use their feelings.
He was a part of that.
Yeah, he was a part of that. I will use their feelings and I will exploit them for my personal gain. And in the process of doing that, the country as a whole is worse off. Yeah, I feel like that is a fact. I feel like that is a fact. Okay. Yeah? And so the damage that this man has done to this country, cannot be compared to somebody who's actually has come from another country, made a career for themselves, has dealt with crazy loss, over the last, I think it's a period of 4 years or so, or a bit more, Wow. Okay. But it's her you don't like?
But what was the challenge? Sorry, I'm not trying to trivialize what you're saying.
The first one, they had to eat.
They had the eating challenge.
Yeah.
You know, like
you said it like I know what the eating challenge is.
The eating challenge is when you eat spiders,
cooked
anuses. No, this is all raw.
Yeah. Brother.
Wait, is it dead though?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's cooked a little bit. It must be cooked a little bit.
No, maybe the insects were, but none of the other food was.
Yeah, bro, it's a madness. I don't know. Me never know.
But so then, what is the connection? The reason why I mentioned that is because it's Nigel Farage, isn't it? He's just another person, a celebrity.
When they vote, do they know the challenge that they're voting for the people for?
No.
So, so the whole thing is, as the general public, You're just voting for who you think should go for this horrible challenge.
Oh, so they sent the black girl to go. What's her name?
It's basically like a punishment, especially in the beginning, because you don't know anyone, so you're going literally off of your assumptions on people. And the first rung of challenges are usually like the most controversial people in there as the celebs. So that nobody knew her, but they picked her to be the most controversial alongside Nigel Farage twice.
Okay, so you think that there is something?
So I think there's something in that
from the public.
There's something in that, yeah.
Okay, talk to me, go on.
I don't know what it is. I'm not the public. I don't know what it is. That is for the public to sit with that and ask themselves that. I don't know what that is.
It's so.
I don't know why you would look at her in that polling and be like, yeah, she's level pegging with him. She's as notorious as that man.
Oh wow. So that's how they do the voting. I'm saying this to you more than anything else. They do the voting. Say that person is.
Yeah, especially in the first.
It's generally the people you don't like, or as the show goes on, it's the people you find funny when they're doing the challenges that you vote for to do the challenges.
Yeah,
but in the beginning,
the first instance is definitely the ones that you don't like or you think shouldn't be in there, or are a bit boring. They're the ones that do the
because
first
they get voted out, innit?
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
So this Nella girl,
she will be first out.
She's
absolutely
up for Bookie's favourite to be the first out.
Yeah. And what bookies meaning? Oh, just the bookies.
Yeah, people hate her, so she's probably going to be voted out.
This is what I'm saying. Like the level of hate for this young woman online is insane.
But I mean, slightly. I mean, so she's not from the UK.
She was born in the Congo, and then she came here when she was quite young.
Yeah, so she's a Brit.
Belgium.
Via Belgium.
Okay.
They went to Belgium first, yeah.
So she's a Brit? Would we class her as a Brit?
She's a Brit now.
Yeah, so she would understand what she went into.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I'm on that train. It's like kind of you expect this unfortunate set of circumstances that generally happen in... I don't know, competition television.
Now, there is the argument where some people have been saying this is why black people should not be going on these shows. There is that argument. But then I'm like, I see what they're saying, but are we not a part of this society? And I don't believe that there's nothing that we shouldn't do.
I obviously, I sit on the other side of that argument. I always just say, well, okay, cool. But we should just make the things we want to make ourselves.
Yeah.
And done.
Yeah.
I've always, Boy Blue exists in part because of that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it wasn't, what's the word? I didn't have that as the monkey on my back, so to speak. But no, the notion of there is something that we need to create for our people, and really it was more for the genre of hip hop. And predominantly, at the time specifically anyway, it was fueled with a lot more black people. Like the attitude should always be, okay, what are we doing about it? I never ever want to sit on that side of, we shouldn't do X, Y, and Z. Shouldn't they give us this or shouldn't they give us that? No, the attitude should always be focused on what can we add, what can we bring. I think I try to do that as part of my own artistic endeavors. I walk into every space, not saying I'm a black artist, even though that's exactly who I am. I walk in there saying I'm an artist and I've got something to give.
You know what? What you have said there though does open up another conversation which I feel quite strongly about as well. So as I was saying before, people were researching Nella and saying she hasn't uploaded on her channel in 2 years and what have you.
Why are you using that voice?
Because that's how they talk. Okay. And these are the people in my head. But what she has been doing is, so she built up a presence on YouTube, and then brands started taking notice. And so now they're chucking deals at her. So she's got this. I know one of the things is pink. Is it the pink courtroom?
I saw that on your Instagram the other day. Hilarious.
Hilarious.
That's with Pretty Little Thing.
So so now, and I get it because the same with like Chunks and all of them.
Yeah, same kind of vibe. Yeah.
So it's like you've grafted on your YouTube. Now you're being courted by all of the big brands, and it's a lot easier. Like you see, when we come and sit here, I've got to fiddle with the camera, this, that, and the other. I'd much prefer just to go somewhere, take the peas, sit down, do whatever thing and go. And that's what
I do.
That's what you do. Yeah. All right.
Joking.
And so I absolutely understand all of that generation of being like, right, now we're getting the bag. But that should never be at the cost of you still building your own thing.
Facts.
And a lot of them, I think Chunks have started to do it now. A lot of the Beta Squad people have started to individually start caring about their own channels and creating their own content. But there should never have been that thing of like, because why are these people paying you all of this money to be on their channel? Like,
bruv, I mean, I don't know what I was watching the other day, but yeah, as artists, it is tougher. And I think I saw, what's his face say, Bowie, you know, generally you should be making your own stuff. Working for someone else is difficult because it's someone else's vision. And then it's also drawing you away. Like, funny enough, I'm talking what I spoke about earlier. Do you know what I mean? It's drawing you away from your specific thing, your specific task, what you're trying to do. But yeah, bro, there's nothing wrong with it though. There's nothing wrong with it. But you're right. You should continually build your product.
Absolutely.
As alongside, or at least find a way to make sure that there's some kind of affiliation with your thing for sure.
But yeah, I hope number one that when she comes out, that her channel becomes a focus for her again. But more than that, I just hope that when she comes out, she's able to not let this affect her, or she's able to do the work to turn it around.
You know what? I truly hope that there's an opportunity for them to reconcile, because my personal take is that I thought it was a misunderstanding, as I said. Yeah. But I think more than anything else, there's more behind all of that. Yeah. So you just hope that, because that's not easy, you know? No. And then also at the same time, you're now aware you're the only black woman in that space. Is that right? She's the only black woman in that space. You're a woman as well, you know, let's not remove that. Yeah. And then also at the same time, you're just like everybody else in that space. You're away from home, your things, your people. That might have been in simple conversation with your friend. Yeah. Yo, yesterday, so happened, take it easy, don't worry about it. I think he wasn't saying it in that way. It could easily have been that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, it's television though. That's the problem. I don't like reality TV shows. It's very, very clear. I don't watch them. Because there's a director involved. And they're going to try and create tension. They're going to try and create all of those things. I remember back in the day watching, what's that guy's name? Was it Victor?
Oh, wow.
Big Brother. That was like, I fell off. Mad. Big Brother was the thing at the time. And just seeing how...
Them times there, I would have gone on Big Brother, you know.
Oh, yeah?
I would have done it.
And them times, brother, I just saw how that Victor got pushed to eventually he flipped out. Yeah. And it became violent, you know? And then I remember Science and all of these characters. You know, that's how long. Yeah.
Mad.
But just like, you could see that, fam, and you can see how it treats people. Yeah. The isolation. Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean? Reality TV.
It's like, now you mention those names, I'm thinking about black people that have been on these reality shows.
I remember them.
And it was like the other person that came to my mind was Brian. Was it Brian?
Is it
Brian Bella?
Black guy with
the only one that won.
Yeah.
Is that the black guy? He was like very posh.
He had
that was Derek.
Hair.
Derek.
Oh, Derek.
Yeah, I remember he clapped up his face.
Makosi.
He said, he was there. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He clapped his face.
I wonder what all of these people are doing. Yeah.
Derek was a Tory.
Yo, fam. This is what I'm saying. It's like,
I wonder where he is.
You know, they would always turn the screw on not just the black people, but the people inside the house, because they want to get a reaction. Yeah. And it's just not real. This one, though, I give it more kudos. Because obviously it must be protected. There must be a perimeter and, you know, all kind of things taken because it's like in the jungle for real. But yeah, they actually do things like, and it seems like it is transformative in two parts. Yeah. It's transformative for them as an experience, and then really you see a lot of people become very, very famous after doing that.
It's the biggest one. It
How
is
long
the
has it
one
been going
that
again?
all the I think we're on the 23rd season.
Is it still and Deck?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Big up Ant and Deck though.
They are jokes. They are. This is the first season that I'll probably watch until the end because we're covering it. And I've never watched an I'm a Celebrity. I only dip in and out if there's a black person on it.
I saw the one with Baba Tunde.
Yeah.
Do you know the reason?
That was last year again.
Yeah. So Baba Tunde, I met him a long time ago when everyone from Eddie Caddy and Kojo, you know, when everyone was doing the circuit. Yeah. Baba Tunde did this joke, bruv, and it still buns me to this day. So I was sitting, so at the time we're dancing, we're doing whatever, where was we at? Ocean. Ocean.
Wow. Oh my gosh, Hackney.
Yeah. So I'm still dancing at that time. We're doing.
I wasn't allowed to go there either.
Is it? Seriously?
No, I've been there.
We've actually been Ocean together, so I know who went.
Oh, okay. Oh, you just making a joke.
You validated me, yeah?
Yeah. Come on, bro. She was allowed to go to the lick. You went. So yeah, I'm sitting there, bro. I'm having a nice conversation with this guy. So yeah, you know, yeah, whatever. He's about to go up. So I'm looking at him like, yo, dope. So he does his set now. He's smashing it. He's making it mad funny, and then he gets to this last joke, bruv. And I'm hopefully, if he ever watches this or ever hears this, he remembers this joke. So he goes, what's the problem with Ghanaians, bruv?
Hey!
Yeah, instantly. And I'm like, oh! And I told him I'm Ghanaian. He goes, no, man, like, look at their capital city, Accra. It sounds like some kind of disease. Like, you go to the doctors and the doctor goes, Mr. Mensa, I'm sorry to say, you have Accra. The joke was good. He goes, you have Accra. And he goes, oh, what does that mean? Like, what can we do? He goes, I'm sorry, there's nothing more we can do. You're just going to get blacker and blacker. Robert, obviously, I'm dancing, right? Bro, I'm sitting there, I said, nah.
That's personal.
I said, yo, bro, I mean, literally, I was talking to him for his name to be called Baba Tunde, hey, and he went up. So, bruv, you knew you was going to say this joke, or the joke came to you when you was talking to me. Which one was it?
Can you imagine?
But it was nice to see people liked him. He was a character.
He's a nice guy.
But then I watched where he tried to step over there. He had to go down. What's it? I saw the clip of that.
Yeah.
He had to look down if he couldn't do it.
We covered that, you know.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We covered that. Yeah.
Totally
Because
that's how
I felt for
this bloody show.
All right. You gonna do this every episode?
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, until it gets bored. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, no. I remember because when it was happening, I was like, I feel for this guy.
Yeah, bro,
like,
that was a lot.
I felt that, man.
I know bare people that couldn't do that.
Bro.
Nothing with heights,
bro.
Ever.
Yeah. It's funny. I was watching the Britney Spears' sister is in there.
In this current.
Is in this current one. She had to do one thing where she went up this like mad 100 foot up in the air, and as she's doing it, I'm like, if I had the choice of doing that or eating baboon anus or something like that.
Anus baboon. Nah, we're not letting that go. Do not edit. Anus baboon. That was
if I had to eat anus baboon. Yeah, I'm picking that one. But then she gets to the top, and then the last bit she has to do is then walk out on a plank and then jump. I said, nah, come on.
And what if she don't do that? No one eats or something like that.
She got all the stars.
She got all the stars. Yeah,
she was brilliant.
Yeah, but I can't do that. But she's supposed to be like a reality TV
veteran.
Yeah, like just does them all.
What's the one that Joe Rogan used to Fear Factor? Did she do Fear Factor as well?
Similar SAS.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. So she's hardcore.
Yeah. She's collecting her check. She's collecting the check. But we're gonna go back to Nella.
Okay.
Because that wasn't the only argument she had.
Oh,
dear. Yeah. Oh, Nella, why? I dying.
And by timing, the other one has happened before this one.
Yes, so the first one has happened. Now this one has happened.
They're showing it to us like it's the next day.
But then also what's happened is everyone's now knows on the camp that these two have had their falling out. It was very
with Fred. Yeah, but they're being amicable. Like that's one thing. It's another one.
But this is what I was saying to you.
Apparently you're anti-immigrants.
Who told you that?
Oh, the internet.
Well, there we are then. It must be true. It must be true.
It must be.
It must be true.
Okay, but then why don't black people like you?
You'd be amazed they do. You'd be amazed.
Nigel!
If you came with me, if you came with me through South London, you'd be astonished.
Oh, wow. What were you doing in South London, Nigel?
Well, I'm there every day.
You're in South. Wait, sorry. I'm so sorry to be shy. What are you doing? Sorry.
He's from South London.
I travel through South London.
So everyone hates you for no reason. Well, not that everyone hates you. That was so bad. But like, sorry.
You can disagree with somebody, but to chuck around accusations the way that they've been chucked around is grossly unfair. Anti-immigrant, right? No. All I've said is we cannot go on with the numbers coming to Britain that are coming. Do you know why?
I'm one of the numbers.
Right. So that's it then. So should it be 5 million a year, 10 million.
Question,
No,
right?
you don't seem to understand.
Nigel, hang on.
Those immigrants that are coming in.
And hang on.
Had you have been in power a bit
What's
later,
so wrong about immigrants?
I did not expect to be caught in a full-on debate. I really didn't. Just wanted a bubble bath.
Listen, since 2000, the British population has increased by 10 million. 10 million.
yeah, we're
Good
growing.
thing. Right?
Good thing, unless you want a GP appointment.
Right.
Good thing,
Okay, hang
unless
on,
you want
can
your
I-
So
kid.
I'm stopping you from getting a GP appointment.
You're
You're not getting an appointment because the NHS is lacking funding. I bet you anything here, if every single immigrant or somebody from immigrant descent was to leave the UK,
We'd be
doctors, all your doctors,
Nurses.
gone.
Oh, I know.
Most of your doctors are Asian, right?
Which is
most of
wrong.
your nurses are African women, right?
Don't you understand what I'm saying?
You want us gone. That's all I understood.
Stop it. Stop it.
But that's what you're trying to say because we're
you're not.
You just don't want more people coming. Is that what you're trying to
you're
say?
not listening
Why not?
to a single word I'm saying.
I am listening to you.
No, you're not. You're not. You're dealing with this out
I'm
of a
disagreeing
position.
with you.
Right.
It's okay for us to disagree on this.
What's your question? Is that it? That's us today.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, go ask your question, bro.
I don't. So it's not necessarily a question. It's just observations.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, and it's observations in terms of how she has been perceived. So in her going toe to toe with Nigel, a politician who that's your job, you debate. You know what I mean? And people are like, so when she made the comment of like, oh, the internet told me, and everyone's like, she's so stupid, like the internet. and it made me think about communication styles, yeah, because really and truly, what she's saying, the internet told me, is shorthand for saying, if you go online and research, there are a lot of people who dislike you and what you stand for. That's fact. I can back that up. But it's shorthand, the internet. But then what everybody does is they latch on to the soundbite. Look at this stupid girl, the internet. So if the internet told you to jump off a cliff, would you do it? Do you see what I'm saying? And so it's all things like that where I'm just like, we can't discredit what she's saying just because we don't necessarily like the way she's delivered it. Like, she's still making valid points. Like, again, when she talks about what you're doing in South London, okay, yeah, I can see how that can come across a bit ignorant, because you're like, it's almost like she's stunned like a white man is living in South London. Do you know what I mean? But again, it's more to the point of, because how is no one being like, so she was like, black people don't like you. And
Did
then
she say that?
Yeah, that's how it started it. She's like, black people don't like you.
Oh,
and then he said, on the contrary, black people do like me. Now, it's wild enough for her to say, yeah, black people don't like you. But that's a black woman who is in the black community. Yeah. But you as a white man, not in the black community, how are you standing there with your chest telling a black person, no, black people do like me? Now, I don't like this whole thing of talking about black people in a monolith anyway. But
You're kind of contradicting yourself.
Yeah, but really, there's levels to this.
Yeah.
There's levels to this.
Yeah.
So you can't counter her and say that she's wrong and say that, no, black people... Like, from where? Who told you? Delroy.
Wow, sorry?
Was that the question?
I just said I didn't have a question. It was observation.
Okay, yeah, observation. No, it's right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that one touched you, bro. That one.
It's a level. It's a level of arrogance that I just do not like.
If someone gives you their version of events.
Ironically, you see how she was talking to Fred, and she was like, "Don't little girl me."
Yes.
That's exactly what Nigel was doing to her.
So what I thought was she was going to respond differently to certain things. Like he said, "Stop it, stop it."
Even that. How? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and then and then also when he was like, what did he say? He just was saying to her, no, you know, like basically she's wrong. So her response was, no, I can disagree with you. You know?
Yeah.
So what I felt happened in that unfortunate circumstance, in terms of both of them probably had a good point, or they could have had a good debate, was that, what you had was a man who is very, very skilled at talking in a particular way, about particular things.
Yes.
And then you had her more responding in an emotional way, in the sense of she was surprised.
Yes.
She was like, oh, what? I can't believe you said that. What? I can't. So she wasn't prepared to sit down and actually
because it's
debate.
personal for her.
Yeah, she was feeling it in the moment, and she was responding with her thoughts as they were coming to her. So I felt like that unfortunately would give you the circumstance where that guy is a professional at doing what I think politicians do more often than not, which is, fam, we will be talking about this thing, and then by the time you finish talking, you're going to push it onto something else and totally deflect, and then your track now moves off on that track, rather than staying on the original point that we was talking about. Because he said to her very, very clearly, look, I have some views upon immigration, and we have to have a line and whatever. And his first thing to kind of create the point was to go, you can't get an NHS appointment because it's being hung down by these immigrants. But then, her point,
which is a lie.
But then her point was also valid. It was like, who is supporting, literally supporting us?
And the numbers are out there. The numbers are out there. It's something like 40%.
I don't want to name the races or the different countries or the different continents that I deal with when you go to the NHS. Fam, I'm more surprised sometimes when I just hear and see a true British person talking to me because it is very that clear. But then what's interesting is that could also be a part of the argument. They could turn around and say, why aren't I being seen by someone who is,
Yeah, but the whole thing is that they make up such a significant amount of the NHS that if they weren't there, you would be dead.
And I think this is what the problem is in that moment, sorry, they were both had a good point to debate. But then he managed to just do that dig and then keep it moving. And it was just like, nah, bro, wait, hold on. You've made a valid point here. If we was having a solid debate, you say, wait, hold on, let's take that point and let's run with it. And then you start moving with the statistics surrounding that. And I think it would be highly likely that the NHS would collapse if immigration wasn't a part of what fuels that system currently.
And it's important, like, I wish he had done two things. I wish he had brought it down a notch and given him a chance to respond to some of the things that she was saying. But I also wish that she had let the other woman, Danielle, talk as well. Because sometimes you just, you have to know when to just step back, because someone else will back it.
I believe, and I know I don't know Nella, or I've just been introduced to her today, but I believe if the circumstance wasn't that she was surprised, at South London, obviously, she was surprised that he just holds that view. He was surprised. She was surprised that he was just like, wait, hold on. She was like, hold on, I'm an immigrant, so you're anti me kind of thing. She was just responding in that way. I think she could have articulated herself better. Yeah,
but it's the emotion, and going back to the first thing, so like if you take the setting that you're in, it's not a normal setting anyway.
And what was she turning, man? Some waterfall or something?
I think that's how you get the water
into the bath, and some mad thing anyway. So you take all of those things into account, and so it's a heightened situation. So you're not even performing at your best anyway. But then you're also going up against somebody who's very skilled at manipulative debate.
I'm really challenged by these two things, that we still have a country that's our biggest problem. That's what we're going to scream and shout about. That's what we're going to be angry about.
What's our biggest problem?
Like this woman and this man, or this woman and that man having these, when there are bigger things that we could be screaming and shouting about in our country to change.
There are bigger things, but I think that also what happens here is a microcosm of what's happening
globally. Or nationally.
So because I think these things, and the way that the public react to these things also plays out in bigger things as well.
But I think I'm more talking about, maybe I didn't explain myself correctly, I'm talking about the rally behind these things.
From the general public,
yes, we will rally around this.
Yeah.
But some other political agenda, it's not doing me, or, I'll leave them to it.
I get what you're saying, but then also people, like, you can do both. You can care about I'm a celeb, and you can also care about Israel and Palestine.
And I wasn't talking about that specifically.
I know. I'm just
internationally. I'm talking about nationally.
Yeah.
I'm talking about bus fares,
train
fares.
The two aren't mutually exclusive.
They aren't, and I'm not saying that they aren't, but it's just like it's so. And maybe this has the most air, so that's why I'm saying that. But more than anything else, it's like I wish that same fervor we would use in other.
I hear you.
Conversations.
I hear you. I think it's like the times that we're in at this moment with comfortability is very easy to kind of look outwardly on entertainment, and that's where people direct their vim. Whereas there wasn't nearly anything close to Cameron becoming a foreign minister.
Oh yeah. Do you know what?
And he's not an MP. He has no constituency. But people will not rally against that. They will go hell for leather talking about Nella Rose.
See, that is interesting. I also feel like that is really by design. So
let them eat cake.
Yeah, basically it is. Yeah.
Because I think the thing that challenges me the most about this government, and I don't know where we're going to get to political thing, is we didn't vote for half of the brothers. Bro. It's nearly 10 years. We didn't vote for these guys.
It's literally none.
Bro.
Yeah,
they don't exist. The people who got voted in aren't a part of the government. No. It changed hands so many times. But yes.
Now, it's only, was Boris our last one that
won an election?
Public, voted for. That's it, Boris. No, Liz Truss, she had one, didn't she?
No.
She came in.
Theresa May wasn't even voted.
Yeah, who did
she inherited?
No, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Who did she come after?
She, my man, who's back in.
Cameron. She came after Cameron.
Cameron got ousted.
Yeah.
Didn't she have to call an election?
No, we haven't had an We haven't had a general election. I swear.
Only with Boris.
Man called him Boris.
Boris.
I remember.
No,
I
thought that Theresa May we did.
No, I think she inherited.
Okay, I know Liz Truss did.
She inherited.
Rishi did.
Yes.
Who was before?
They voted internally.
Yeah, because we've had 3 basically.
Fam, what is going on? But yeah, man, and it's jokes though. And then obviously Suella Braverman, everything that happened with her most recently.
Last general election was 2019, so that was Boris.
That was Boris's.
So he called that one.
Yeah.
So that is Theresa May, Liz Truss, Rishi Sunak. None of them have been democratically elected.
Before then, the last one was 2017.
And that was Cameron.
I believe that would have been. And then before then, it was 2015.
Wow. So with these Conservatives, it's been like every 2 years. But they're not going to do it now until 2025, probably.
I don't know. But all in all...
No, we're having a general election this year.
Is it?
Yeah. You mean next year?
It must be
2024, sorry, yeah.
But they can extend out until January of 2025, and they probably will. But they're going to have David Cameron come in. Or there's even talk that maybe Nigel Farage.
Yeah, I was literally about to say there was talk.
You think they're going to bring my man back?
So again, this is what I'm talking about, the sliminess of this man. Yeah. So somebody asked him if he would consider like being prime minister, and he did that classic politician answer of like, you don't say yes, you don't say no, never rule anything out, sort of thing. But then also, let's talk about how calculated this man is, yeah? Because he was talking to another person in the camp, and I think, was it Nella again that had been voted, or somebody else?
I don't know.
Someone else had been voted for a trial. It was Nella, but he hadn't been voted for it this time. But you could see he was upset because he couldn't go, yeah? And then he spoke to this woman and he goes, because the thing is, when you do the trials, you get 25% more screen time.
That's true.
This is a man, who has shagged up the country, and then ITV paid him what, 1.5 million?
He gets 1.5 million to go.
This is what the rumors are saying.
How much does Nella get to go in there?
She ain't getting 1.5. I know that.
No, she would have made money though. But
yeah, she would have got some peas.
You get paid properly when you go on this. This is like the top of the top.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she would have got a handsome fee.
Yeah.
A handsome fee.
But even
and does it extend further the more longer you stay?
I don't think so. I think
it reduces if you leave early.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a period within a period. If you leave within that period, you ain't gonna get the full whack.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
damn. So they're pushing you to be controversial in a way.
But the whole thing is like I was saying earlier on how somebody was saying that Nella was a narcissist, but actually, isn't there gonna be a level of narcissism in all of those people who have gone onto this TV show to be viewed by millions of people and be paid money to do it.
You can't choose everyone's motivations. Maybe there are some people who...
I'm not saying that they're a full-on narcissist.
And I do feel we banned the narcissism.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of...
But we absolutely do. We absolutely do. But and that's the point that I'm making. So people were going, Nella's a narcissist. Nella's a narcissist. Well, hold on. Aren't all of these people have a level of narcissism in them?
They like fame, I guess. It's called celebrity. Like, so they're fame. They like fame. But I think more than anything else, everyone could have their different motivations. It could just be the money. It could be more like...
I don't think your motivation matters. I don't think your motivation matters.
What's crazy is that what we have seen, and I think we spoke about it on one of the other episodes, was that we have seen these politicians sometimes who go on it get rehabilitated by this.
I disagree, with my chest, that people like Matt Hancock and Nigel Farage should be allowed on these things.
So didn't Nigel Farage get rehabilitated? Didn't people
Matt Hancock?
Sorry.
Matt Hancock.
I think he had a little revival.
Yeah, they were like,
because after that he came out of there and then he went on to Stephen.
He's shown us who he is.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good man at heart.
It's not on.
He definitely got that.
Just was looking for a little, you know.
Yeah. He just fell in love at the end of the day.
Nigel Farage is getting that. People are like, I can't believe that I actually like him.
Yeah, no, I fully. People are like, I can't believe like Nella's made me like Nigel. Like, really, bruv? It's that deep, yeah?
Yeah, I guess for some people
it's a circus.
But that's it. Let them eat cake. It's a circus. Keep them all, happy. Listen, at the end of the day, entertainment. I always feel like we're always trying, more often than not, in our lives, we're just trying. All of us are just trying to be happy. We're all just trying to be happy. And
at what cost?
But that's what I was coming to. Like, at what cost? Sometimes it's because you're treading on someone else to do that, or you're pushing someone, you're marginalizing a whole set of people or set of circumstances because you want to be happier with your set of circumstances. And yeah, bruv, I mean, I'm not trying to make this like some mad PSA thing, but, but more than anything else, it's crazy because why do we watch people watch these things? They love it. They love it.
Yeah,
it gives them escapism, you know?
Yeah, it is that. I think that's the thing. It is escapism. And that can be helpful to some degrees. I think depending on the content that you make around it. I know for us, it's definitely, we're always going to do it from a black perspective and we're going to argue with people so that they're not in an echo chamber of she's really wrong. Sometimes you can just bring the conversation to the nuance of have some empathy for her and challenge yourself.
Yeah, I think it's challenging in that regard because, yeah, man, her circumstances, you could see something bothered her.
Yeah.
And I still, even though, as I said, I think it's a misunderstanding, I feel the guy, what's his name? The main...
Fred, yeah.
Yeah, you know that's my name as well, isn't it?
Is it?
You know I'm Frederick.
No.
Yes, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I would have been called Frederick. My first name.
Nah, you're not a Fred though.
Yeah,
you literally are a Michael.
Fred.
Really...
Nah, he could be a Fred, you know.
Yeah,
what, a Freddy?
He could be a Fred, yeah. Freddie J.
Oh my word.
Freddie J.
So that's what I was trying to remember. I'm like,
maybe we should rename the podcast to Glenn and Fred.
Glenn and Fred. They were going to call you Glenn.
That's my middle name.
Oh, nah, that's boo. That's our alter egos. We should wear different clothes. We should act different. I should wear glasses. You shouldn't wear glasses. You know, that kind of thing. I grow my hair, or wear a wig.
I've been thinking about shaving this off, you know.
Again, why? The hair's nice. Bless you, bruv. You got hair.
I should wait till it goes, innit?
Yeah, come on.
I don't think your hair's gonna go.
I think that's it. You're done.
Go to.
Oh no, it can fall out.
Nah, I think maybe you just get the back.
Yeah, my dad had that, so I feel like if I got that, I'm shaving it off.
Why?
Bruv, I'm not having no pond in the middle of my head.
So he was thinning at the back?
He was thinning at the back, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like it wasn't something that was madly visible, but like...
You know, I had a point and it's totally gone.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I think I started it as well. Fred, yes, with the Fred guy, I felt like he was sorry. Like, I genuinely believe he was sorry. He didn't mean to do that to her.
What I will say about Fred, and obviously it doesn't count for anything, I met him once, and and I have to say, this man's demeanor, like in the way that he deals with you, it's just somebody that just makes you feel nice.
Yeah.
Like he's just so warm and just, are you okay?
People who cook food,
bro.
That's I know the other guy.
I felt like I knew him.
What's his name? The one that shouts, Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
I know that people when they think of a chef, sometimes you think of that, but he is passionate. About feeding you. People who feed people, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
They want you to feel warm.
Yeah.
Look at it. That's when you say you haven't eaten the rice. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
She was ignoring him. He's like,
I think that's probably a sore point for her anyway. Like him occupying that fatherly space.
You see now,
the provider, the nurturer. I think that's where
Nana,
that was rubbing her up the wrong way.
If you go back in the pod, I said I didn't want to say something.
Okay.
That's what I was alluding to. Yeah, because I didn't want to leap that far to say maybe there was a moment that we haven't seen.
He very much nurturing. Has father energy.
Yeah, he's nurturing. He's supplying something.
Yeah, that can rub you up the wrong way when you're just like, or it's gonna make you feel. So you're like, you stay over there. I'm gonna be over here, and we don't need to interact.
That's because I felt.
Yeah.
I felt that it was sadness.
Yes.
As opposed to, and from both parties.
Yes.
For me.
Yeah. And he could see that.
Yeah,
he knew.
That's why he just kind of backed off.
Yeah, he knew.
And it was like she had to make it even more by saying, "Oh, you said, oh, I could be your dad." And it was like, he didn't say it like that. But at the same time,
you know what? I think in that moment, I think grief is a funny thing, and it can cloud your perception.
Yeah.
And so I think in this moment right now, she believes what she believes. Like what she said happened. And that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think it's until she comes out and she sees it that she'll be like,
so you don't think, I don't know much about her, but do you think she'll be wrong and strong? Or
from what I've seen of her, I feel like she's going to do wrong and strong. I really hope
while she's in there.
I really hope she don't.
When
she comes out and she sees it, she'll probably do like a funny video of like, oh my God, I can't believe I got it wrong. She's a bit like that. I think she'll just be like, I got it so wrong, and she'll probably apologize. But I hope she has that moment inside, because for everybody to see, I just think it'll be a great television moment.
Yeah. I think it'll be good for them, because it does sound like this guy really just wanted to feed her. He wanted to.
There was nothing in it.
He was cooking the meat.
There was nothing.
Did they even have spices and stuff in there?
They've tried.
Sometimes,
They've tried. He's been trying, but Fred's been trying.
He had risotto.
I couldn't do it though.
You couldn't do the jungle?
No.
Would you not do any form of reality TV? So, Mike, if they came knocking on the door to do one of these shows,
for me,
no,
never. Mike,
never.
All right, 2 questions.
Never.
First one: if they offered you 1.5 mil, Nigel Farage money, to go into the jungle,
no,
you're not doing it.
No.
All right, the next one.
Big Brother.
No.
Serious?
No.
I could see you on the though. I think you'd do well.
Nah.
I feel you would be a Fred. I mean, you are Fred, but you would be a Fred type figure in one of those settings. All right, the other one is a meme that I saw the other day. 100 million, to watch your life back on TV with all of your family.
Every part of my
Every part of your life.
Like there is nothing that isn't going to
everything that has been done in the dark will come to light. 100 mil.
Yay! Wow. What I don't like about that question, Russell, is that if I say no, if I say no, people be like, raw, what's Mikey got to hide? Yeah? And if I say yes, then who is this holier than thou person trying to say, look at my life, take it, 100 million, please.
Or you could say yes, and you would just be ready to take whatever it is that people, the judgment that comes with it.
This is not an edit. This is every moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah.
Every moment, bro.
Me sitting on the toilet.
100 mil. 100 mil.
Nah, I'm not doing it.
So what have you done that you're not doing
See?
it?
There are just certain things for money that are just not like, and I when I think about all of that stuff, bro, I like my privacy. That's the first thing. Secondly, and this might sound mad rude, but I've got other things doing.
But 100 mil, like the 1.5, I can understand. 100 mil, bruv.
For just which family? So my brother,
Okay.
my mom,
So we're gonna say
my cousins.
we're gonna say everybody that was at your barbecue.
No. No.
All right, okay. Just Mum, Richard, and Chris.
Oh, that. I'll tell them everything. I'll be like, Mom, you're gonna see this. Mom, you're gonna see that. Richard, that, Chris, that, boom. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it.
like that one. That's a no-brainer. Like I'd probably have to manage my mum a little bit. Like, Mum, it wasn't like that. You know, what have you. And then you just dash her some money and be like, it's okay, it's okay.
Mum, 100 bag, 100 million.
100 mil.
Listen,
100 mil.
we are nice forever. Yeah, just watch that. It's fine.
All
You're
right.
not gonna like it. Watch it.
100 mil.
Yeah.
In front of me and Nana now.
Excuse me, that sounds so effed up. That don't sound right.
That was wrong. Like that was wrong.
Yeah, you guys got cameras and
wrong.
lighting here. Yeah, I don't know what you guys get up to in
wrong.
this room in your
wrong.
personal time. You may and Nana. Say it again. Say it again. Which one? Say it properly.
100 mil to watch your life back in front of me and Nana.
Oh, yeah, come on. Come on. That would be amazing. We'd have a good laugh. I will buy the snacks. We will be laughing. You'd be like, "Raw, Mike." I said, "Yeah."
I did it.
Yeah.
Man's like, watch it again.
Rewind. From instant replay. Now, you two, I'm up for it.
Oh, wow. Alright. Yeah. I think my answer first of all was no.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then I was like, no.
Yeah, really?
I'm
no.
taking that.
Oh, you're taking 100?
Yeah, no. For the first of all, I was like, no. And then I started to just think about it. It's like, no.
For that little bit of shame.
Yeah, I was like 100 mil.
I said straight up. I'm taking the money.
She did not. She did not blink.
I'm 100 million richer. I don't care what anyone has to say to me.
Wow. But for me, I just feel like the privacy thing for me, I value heavily. For me.
But then you don't have to listen to the people that will say anything about you.
Okay, this might sound mad, Nance.
Yeah.
But I don't need 100 million, bro, to be cool.
Hey.
Big money can bring problems, bro.
No,
like
that's
one
true,
of the prophets
want them.
told us his name was Biggie Smalls. He told us, bro. One of the prophets. He said he's dead. He went. He died and he flew up to heaven. He's a prophet.
And what verse was this that the prophet said?
Which one are you gonna go with? 10 Crack Commandments?
No, he said more money, more problems.
More money,
I don't know what they want from me. He said the more money. I forgot about
Yeah.
More
But
money what's the lyric?
the more money you. Oh.
No.
No, it's not that, is it?
You said come across. I like that.
I don't. What they want from me is like the more money we come across, the more problems we see.
Yeah. Yeah, go on. You said see? Yeah, spot on. Yeah.
B-I-G, P-O-P, P-P-P-P-N.
Man said P-P-P-P-P-A. That was so African. Yeah, P-P-P, yeah, P-P. That's the whole P-P-P-P-P. Nah, bruv, seriously, like, there is actually, if you was to look at your life, there is a number that you will be totally comfortable with, bro.
No, I get that. Like,
100 million,
that. Like,
ain't it? I guarantee you.
The 100, yeah. But that's the whole point of the thing, to make it 100 mil, because then it's just like,
it's like,
boom.
it's
You know what I'm saying?
astronomical.
But like, my number for comfortability in life is way lower than that.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. It's like, for me, my privacy is more potent as a thing to guard than it is the notion. But then, as I said, if it was you lot, if it was my sister, my brother, and my mum, rags, get me? Because don't you feel like that anyway?
What do you mean?
Like when someone passes, like I sit there and I think, bro, my dad's seeing me now. My dad's watching me do that thing.
Bro.
He's seen it for real. Do
you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so glad that you have said that, because there's times that I wonder if I'm crazy.
Yes.
I think about it, bruv. I think about it, like, and I know it's just like a fleeting thought. It's not like this reality.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
or that
wow.
you're gonna stop what you're doing.
Like my good friend, one of my good friends, she passed, And I just thought, right, now you can see me now. You can see what I'm doing in the dark. You know what I'm really up to?
I swear down, yeah. Just that one moment alone has made this podcast worth it.
You feel vindicated.
But yeah, because I'll be doing stuff and I'll be like, oh no.
My dad can see me.
But it's like when you deep it, it's like it's a crazy thought.
Bruv, if we believe in Christ and all of the things that they tried to tell us when we were singing them hymns, people go up to heaven and then they can now see us. They're with us.
See, the thing is,
but they wouldn't though, innit?
Yeah,
that is what I think. They're probably.
Hey! I'm excited.
Was that the ghost or you?
That was the ghost.
They're probably
I see you.
More things. There's probably more important things that they're doing than watching.
But maybe it's a thing of like they are there when you need them. Because it can't be that we all involuntarily give up our privacy once a loved one has passed.
Bruv, that's what I've been thinking.
And how far does that extend?
Bruv, all the ancestors. This is what me is doing.
That's just.
And they wouldn't see it like that. I mean, there's a visual representation of like your spirit team when you're sleeping, and they're all over your body, like doing various things. And it's like I imagine they may do that.
Spirit team.
Who knows if they're just floating about? I don't know.
Maybe there's like a sensor thing in it. So it's like when you go to the toilet, to the bath, or doing the this thing.
That was an episode on what's the name of it? The Netflix show
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Oh really?
With the sensor. You haven't seen that? So a child was brought up with this filter that created censorship.
Yes.
That was really interesting.
Yeah.
I need to watch them.
Watch that again because the way it turns inward is really interesting.
Yeah, I don't remember the ins and outs of it, but I do remember that.
They had the sensor filter from when she was a kid.
Yeah.
So anything that turned violent.
Was that the same one? Then you can rewind and.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I remember that one.
Yeah.
So that would be that. That would actually be what you're describing.
Yeah. That's 100.
Because that. But imagine that.
You
know when you have that bloody argument and you hey, just review it. Nah, you said that, bro.
My bad.
Just accept it.
But the thing, you see, like how Black Mirror, certain times is just not far off the thing. Isn't Elon trying to do this thing now?
Oh yeah, Neuralink.
Because he's like looking for human volunteers now.
You know, I'll do it.
Would you?
No, I won't do
Bro.
it.
I was about to say, how is this man like? No, I'm not gonna do that for money, but I'll. Bro.
And I mean, look, we've been suckered into it from time. First, it started with the Oyster card.
Yeah.
Now it's just the tapping, and now it's just your phone.
Our phones.
Do you get me? So we're getting closer to it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It'll just be like, this is the way you have, because I think in some parts of Eastern Asia, I don't know whether it's Hong Kong or China or Japan, but they've been testing the iris thing, bro. Yeah. So you can pay for everything with the iris, or for everything with
too much. It's too much.
But then it becomes convenient, and then you're in. Because look at the Oyster. I'm sure you tap when you go on the train.
You know what my thing is?
An Oyster now. No, it's just my card, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Card. So that's what I'm saying.
Realistically, this is enough. Now, I know before we had this, we were like, oh, the next thing. But actually, holding this thing is enough. Anything else past this, you're doing too much.
You know how it's going to change? Because even still, some of us are having like hand problems with the phone.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to start becoming more. And then people are going to be like, oh, we can't hold phones anymore. We've got to get chipped. And then you're going to be chipped.
Bruv.
Have you got the dip in your phone, in your finger?
No. I don't hold my phone out, but I have arthritis on this thumb.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna be a thing.
But it's all part of just our computer sedentary lives.
Think of the kids.
Yeah.
They've been using a phone literally all their lives. They are going to get chipped.
My spine guy, because obviously I have to go get that stuff now. Yeah. He was like, he's going to be in business forever, bro. Yeah. Because it's just becoming our sedentary, sat down lives. It's just making all of these things happen. And we, meaning my music computer people, we are going to be the first case study surrounding all of these things because we're doing it in mass. Yeah. So, like I said, I've got arthritis on this thumb. I have problems with my forearm here. I have problems with my shoulder. I already have arthritis on my neck from another injury. But more than anything else, all of that, bro, just that. Sometimes, even when I was working in Manchester most recently, bro, this arm finished, bro. There was days pain. I had to just chill. And I'm just moving a mouse around, bro, and playing a keyboard and and banging some drums. It's really, really real. It will happen. I don't know if that's going to be the defining factor. I think it's more convenience that's going to make people.
I feel like it's going to be health.
It's like, because they make it, they did it with Oyster first. They said 25% off or whatever.
Yeah.
First.
And that's how they always get you in the beginning. Oh dear.
Now we're in.
We're in, bro. And you're right. That's enough, but how many times was that said? TV was enough.
Yeah. I get it.
Radio.
So I get it. We at every point we said it was enough. Yeah. But realistically, this is enough.
Really?
It's more than enough.
We don't know what else is out.
It's more. I don't need a hologram. I don't need a chip. I don't need any of that.
AI pin.
No.
What's an AI pin?
Do you know what? That actually came up on my thing, but this is how I know I'm over it. It came up. It came up on my thing, yeah, and I was like, AI pin. And I don't care.
I want an AI pin.
You don't even know what it is.
It's a little kind of like device.
Yeah.
That sends, that listens to you, and you put it on your body, and you just,
mobile chat GPT.
Essentially. But what you can do is, you can look at the time like this, bro. So the time.
I don't need that.
I
don't need that. I don't need that. I absolutely do not need that. Because in the same time that you do that, I go, it's 21:56. And on that note.
What? You would end? You're like, yo, I would need to hear no more.
Yeah, brother, it's come on.
Really? Come on, bro. You just sound like an old man.
I am an old man.
Yeah.
I am an old man.
Now.
And with old age comes wisdom. And I'm wise enough to know it's enough. It's enough.
Your face looks so serious, bro.
You know, like, taking the boys to the proper like segue. Taking the boys to football the other day, and we're walking, and I can see they're just looking at me. We're on the train. They're looking at me. And we get off the train. Then they just go, "Dad, what's wrong?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what's wrong?" It's like your face, like you're just, like you're angry. I was like, "I'm not. I'm just."
You're thinking about something.
I mean, I probably was, yeah, but I wasn't angry.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And so we go on football, we'll come back to the station. The guy just looks up at me and is like, "Dad, are you angry?" And at that point, I got angry. Because I'm not angry.
Bro, listen, I never forget one time I was doing Pied Piper, bro. And I was walking through Stratford town centre. And this Asian brother, like, have I got it right? Yeah, this Asian brother just looked at me and said, "Hey, no stress. You should have stress." Bro, he touched my forehead like this. He said, "Bro," because obviously I was doing that, innit?
Yeah, but you're
thinking about what I was coming to work on. And he said, "No problem, bro." He said, "You should have stress." Bro, and he put this pebble in my hand, tried to give it to me, like, to say, "Yeah, you should calm down and stuff." And I was like, what the hell? I gave him back the pebble, went off. Bro, your face tells all the stories.
Yeah.
This guy walked, bruv, he touched my head and said, "No, don't stress." He could see my woes and my worries.
Oh my God, you better hope he had washed his hands.
Yeah.
Oh my God, well, I'm fine now. That was very long time ago.
That's the first
back
thing
in
I'll be
2005,
like, how is a man just touching like, yeah, we're sparking.
Nah, bruv, listen, he came with the right energy though, because he was right. I needed to fix my face.
Yeah.
But I think he was trying to sell me something. That's the problem.
Yeah, there you go.
Take this pebble.
A pebble.
Now
give me something.
The pebble was like some green kind of. It was like a marble type. But it was fashioned like a pearl.
I had one of them like kind of gypsy looking Romanian, Albanian type women come up and give me like the flowers, but like the way she did it, she was like, I think she came with a little bit of a spiel like, "You're beautiful, beautiful soul. Have this," and I was like, I blatantly got suckered in. I was like, "Oh man, thank you." I was like, "Oh, sorry." They just gave it straight back.
The one for me, bro. One time I got a flower lady came up to me, bro, and I took it. I thought she just give it to me, bro. The strength of the grip she had on this thing, like, "You're not going nowhere."
You know,
you need to pay. I was like, "Whoa!" I said, "Hey," I said, "No, I'm fine, thank you."
That reminded me when I went to Hong Kong. Right,
Hong Kong is live.
Hong Kong's live, and so the guys in the office were like, "We're going to this bar after work." So I was like, "Cool, let me go back to the hotel, change." and I'll meet you guys there.
Like, I'm out. I'm not going with you, man.
The thing is, in my heart of hearts, that's what I wanted to say. But I was like, let me socialize in it. Let me be social. So I've gone back to the hotel, changed whatever I left, gone. But then I also did like navigating Hong Kong by myself on the subway and everything like that. So I've gone along, like walking along the street to this bar. But the street that we're walking along, I didn't know, but like there's like old women just kind of sitting in doorways, like a few of them as you're walking up, yeah. And I'm like walking, and then this little old lady, yeah, she jumps up from her seat, grabs my hand, and she's like, "Come inside, you longing. Bruv, let me tell you about the grip, yeah? The grip was insane. I thought I was dead.
You thought you were really longing. You was about to go in there long with someone.
But this is the funny thing is, yeah, the fear was so real. So I weren't even think, bruv.
So when you came out, what happened? When you finished? That's what I expected. So yeah, when I finished now, when I came back out from logging, like Jack Curry, you're logging. Wait, so what happened, bro? You just said, "Get off me," and ran away.
I was pulling. I was like, bruv, I wasn't even rude to her. I was like, I'm okay. Like, no.
She said you was logging.
I'm not even gonna front, man. I was scared.
Chophouse
I was scared.
Bro, he's just logging.
I was like, nah, this is wild. Because the thing is, yeah, you see this old frail woman.
Oh, wait, I thought
no, she's like the pimp. Oh, so she's like the pimp that takes you inside, yeah. So see this old frail. Go on.
Why was all the man them going down that street,
bruv? I don't live in Hong Kong.
You was by yourself?
I was by myself. I'm meeting all of the work people in the bar.
I thought that the guys were like, yeah,
no. I'm walking down the street to go. So probably somebody else.
Just walked into
do you know how scared I was? Even when I got there, I didn't even tell anybody what happened. You know them. You keep that shit. Yeah,
I've got one of those.
Because see, that's gonna come out on my 100 mil show reel.
Yes. That you really went inside and went to see what the longing was about.
What the longing was about. But anyway. Thank you very much for tuning in again. Another episode of the Chophouse.
And hopefully we can keep up with
there's no hopefully.
We have to.
We shall. Yeah. Please subscribe. Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Because
that's a lot of friends.
That's a lot of friends because they need to know. Yeah.
That's it, I guess.
Bye.